Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. So today I want to show you some of my favorite houseplants from 2019. I'm going to start with my absolute favorite plant family, and that's the philodendrons. I'll start with this little guy. Now this one, I started this from cuttings like maybe a year ago, I would guess. And this is a velvet leaf philodendron, and it has some, like, I don't know what those spots are from. It's not supposed to have those spots on it, but they have these like actual like velvety textured leaves, and they have a really odd finish on it. Like right now it looks really green because it's kind of in the light, but when it's not, it looks like dark purple velvety. So this one is super cool, and it's like a trailer climber, just like a lot of the normal philodendrons that you've probably seen. It just has a different finish to the leaves, and it's really unique and cool. So I love this guy, and like I said, it's only like a year old. I started this from cuttings. There's 4 different cuttings in this one pot, or 5 different cuttings. So this will get a lot bigger, and this will like all trail down or crawl up or whatever. I currently have it in this hanger, this blue macrame hanger right back there. That's what I've had this in. So when it gets bigger, it will all trail down from the hanger. So my favorite philodendron that I have right now is this guy. He is so cool. This is probably my favorite houseplant that I have right now. This is a Prince of Orange philodendron, and I'll put him in the lights a little bit. Oh, it's so pretty. It's called Prince of Orange. There's a lot of the same type but different variety names because the leaves are different colored. There's one that's called Moonlight, I think, and it's like lime green leaves. And then there's a Rojo Congo, and then there's a black one. I don't remember what that one's called, but this one, its new leaves that it gives off are orange like this, so that's why it's called Prince of Orange. So, and it's just so big and pretty, and I love it. This is just my favorite plant. I'm obsessed with philodendrons, okay? I'm obsessed with philodendrons. Like, I just don't know. They just love my heart. I love them. My heart loves them. Like, every single variety of philodendron I'm obsessed with. So this is my current favorite houseplant, my favorite houseplant of 2019. I also have this Monstera that I love. It has this one leaf kind of just like coming off there, but it kind of has some crispy edges because the humidity in my apartment is really, really low right now. But I love Monsteras. Philodendrons and Monsteras are both really easy to take care of. The philodendrons can dry out in between waterings, but you can also like soak them and they'll be fine. If they get soaked, dry out, soak, dry out, they're gonna be absolutely fine. They're not very picky. This guy likes to be a little bit more wet. I pretty much keep the soil damp all the time, and he just needs a little bit more humidity in the air right now, but I might put this in my bathroom actually so I can get more humidity. But yeah, this is another one that I really, really love, and I can't wait for it to get like giant so I can take cuttings off of it. And then another thing that I have loved all through 2019 and the previous years are citrus. I don't know what it is, but I'm obsessed with citrus. This guy right here is a little orange tree. I actually have like 6 orange trees, and I started them all from seed. I just used different stratification methods with the seeds, and I kind of was doing an experiment with them. So I have a few orange trees, but this is one of them. And then this is my lime tree that I rooted that you saw in last week's video. That one is still doing really good too. So my orange tree from seed, and then my lime tree from cutting. Okay, so citrus don't like to dry out. If they dry out, their leaves are gonna wilt. They're going to show it really quickly. You'll know when they dry out, and it's hard to recover young trees that have dried out. If they're nice and big and established, it's fine. They'll perk right back up when you water them. But these little ones that I have to be really, really careful, because if one of them dries out, they're pretty much done for. I'll show you really quick. So here are a couple that I let dry out on accident. Obviously, I didn't do this on purpose, but so they'll become like this once they get a little bit dry, and the leaves will kind of start to drop from the bottom. You'll see there's a couple leaves in here that have dropped. It still has one at the top that looks really, really nice, but most of the time, once they've already dropped a leaf or two, they're gonna die. Like, the soil is wet right now, you can kind of see. But even though it has this one leaf, I don't really expect this one to live. It's just so hard for the young trees to recover, and it really, really sucks because you just mess up a little bit one time and then it's done. You have to completely start over. So that's what happened with this one. See, it only had a couple leaves on it. It dropped one and then it was just done. I couldn't bring it back. So that kind of sucks about those. And citrus can get mealybugs really, really easily too. There's actually a specific species, a citrus mealybug, that they get, and they're really hard to get rid of. It won't kill the tree, but they're annoying, and then it can spread to your other plants too. Some types of philodendron, like this trailing one, a lot of the trailing varieties are pretty susceptible to mealybugs too. My Prince of Orange, I'm not really worried about that one. And I'm not worried about my Monstera getting any bugs either. Yeah, that's the only thing. Citrus are really hard to grow, and like, of course here I can't grow them outside. I have to have them inside, and it seems like it's more controlled, but they're not in their natural habitat, and it's just tough to keep all of that under wraps. The watering is the hardest part. You just really have to stay on top of watering. And then the last one I want to show you is this. And I know it's really hard to see in here because it's kind of smashed up right now, but this is King Tut Grass. Oh, there we go. And you can't even tell what it's supposed to look like because it's in this bottle and it hasn't grown out the top yet, but this is a water plant. It grows in rivers and stuff. Not here, it's not native, but I just have it as a house plant. But this is one of my favorite things to add texture. I like to use this as a house plant and to use outside in flower beds and pots just because of the texture and the height that it gets. If you let it grow long enough, like inside, it can get 6 feet tall at least. Outside, it's not going to if you have it as an annual, just because the season isn't long enough. But it's basically like one stalk that comes up and then a fan on the top that lays flat, and it will get little seed heads right in the middle of the fan too. So this one's really cool. Once it gets bigger, I can show you guys so you can kind of actually see what it looks like, but I just have this one in a bottle because it likes water, so if it gets too wet in here, it doesn't matter. You can grow this completely in water. If you have like a pond or an aquarium or some kind of water feature like that, you can grow King Tut Grass in there. It really loves water. And it doesn't have a lot of pest issues either. It might get like mealybugs once in a while. It can get spider mites if you have it with something else that has spider mites, but nothing that's gonna really hurt it. So yeah, those were just a few of my favorites from 2019. I would like to know if you guys have any of these and what your favorites from 2019 were too. So leave a comment, let me know what you guys thought and what your favorite plants are, and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell. I'll see you next week. Bye!